Welcome back. I just went live.
Okay, cool. Yeah, just definitely to go over my mistake this morning, and then also what I'm looking for.
Yeah, you're good. Oh no, I left. No, that's not what I meant to do. Okay.
Let's see.
This Logitech G Hub thing is sometimes really annoying because I think mine's like corrupted or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it keeps like connecting my mouse over and over and over again, which is really annoying.
Yes. Uh, Yoel, do you offer a mentorship? I do not offer a mentorship. I just stream for fun. I trade for fun. I'm not an educator. You can just follow along if you'd like. uh, and you can take whatever you'd like from it, but I'm not a educator at this moment. I'm just this is more entertainment for myself and hopefully for you guys as well. For now. Yo, what's up, talk? Ethan does offer a mentorship, but it's a private mentorship.
There's so
Some
many scammers in my server.
I'll have to check that. Let me get the link though. For Ethan has a private mentorship. I learned from Ethan as well. He's a good mentor, but he's not taking in a wave at the moment. But you can still apply. So look for it. Where did you send it to me? Oh,
Okay, it should be good. I think I got all the scammers.
nice. My analysis is super solid. Thank you. Nice today. Bullish. uh, there you go. This is for Ethan's mentorship.
Good morning, everybody.
If I build up a bigger audience, maybe, or I might create one with Ethan. I don't know. We haven't decided. We're gonna figure something out from there. Oh, Ethan's doing his intro to his stream. I'll just be
Oh
quiet.
no, I'm not. I'm not. I'm just.
Okay.
That's
I'm
it.
just live.
You removed.
That's
You
it.
just
I
gotta
said good morning.
add it
Okay.
into the chat again, Ethan.
That's his intro. Deep, I'll get to your question real quick. Uh, yeah, I think I'm just trying to build a name for myself a little bit. But I don't think I will open a mentorship, at least in the near future. But I don't know. We'll see. We're still everything is so temporary and changing real quick. I'm moving around a lot right now, so kind of hard. Here, let me def it real quick. Mute.
Good morning, everybody. Right now I'm in this long. We'll see if it plays out, of course. But I entered this with the group because I go live on YouTube at like 9:15. So yeah, this is the current trade I'm in. How do you get into this trade? There's a 15. Actually, I'll break it down for you guys in a little bit here. So pretty much as always, like I start from higher time frame. So monthly, I'm bullish, right? From this bullish dealing range. Daily chart, I'm also leaning. Actually, daily chart I can lean either way because we trade into this daily fair value gap as annotated yesterday, and then we start pushing lower into that internal range liquidity also as annotated yesterday. So if we drop down to the 90-minute chart, it's a little clearer where we traded into these lows as internal range liquidity. Is what we were looking for yesterday. Unfortunately, I got stopped before it went down here. And so because we traded into internal range liquidity now, I'm interested to see external range liquidity. So my bias is bullish. So this morning before PPI was released, I saw that there was a London low SMT. There was also a 5-minute SMT created at PPI on the low over here. There's a 5-minute SMT. And so I entered on the change in state delivery, and that's pretty much how I got in on this position. Why are you targeting previous day high, not the 4-hour for value gap? The reason why I'm targeting previous day high is because that is my external range liquidity target as of right now. Morning. Welcome anyone that's new to the stream. Also welcome whoever's coming back to the stream, but yeah, for those that are first time here, glad you're here. Are you on a trade already? Yes, I'm in the long right now. That's on screen. This right here. Explain the trade. I just explained the trade. If you go back in the recording of the stream, just like maybe 2-3 minutes, I just explained it. And no worries. Would you add if NQ comes back to 50%? I probably won't be adding, but if there's an opportunity to add, then I'll add. Do you trust SMTs that make equal highs or lows? Yes, I just trust SMTs if it's SMT. We got 5 minutes until equities open here. We'll see what price wants to do. So yesterday's short was based on all the indices just taking external range liquidity since there was no SMT at the highs around. Yeah, exactly. There's no SMT, but because it all took external range liquidity, Nasdaq traded into this daily fair value gap that I was looking at over here as a key level, and because of that, I was looking for internal range liquidity on the lower time frame, which were these lows over here. So now that we've taken out this internal range liquidity, that's why I'm looking for higher prices again. We swept out these lows. Are we able to continue pushing higher for higher prices? So that's the logic of my trade right now. What time frame alignment do you use to this trade, to enter this trade? I used monthly, daily, 90, and 5 minute. Do you think it's too late to enter after market open? We'll have to see. If there's another entry, I'll let you guys know. As of right now, for my model, this is the entry. We have equities open in 1 minute. I would just honestly, if you guys aren't in a trade already, I would just wait for equities open to pass and then see if there's any more opportunities. Because for all you know, I could be wrong. Right now, there's a London high SMT, so that's what I'm keeping my eye on. And then I haven't moved my stop to break even yet because we have this big fair value gap on the 15-minute chart. And I'm just gonna see if equities open can respect this or not. My entry was a 5-minute SMT and a change in state delivery. So at 8:35, that's where I entered because this candle created 5-minute SMT, and then it created chain state delivery at PPI, and that's my entry. So now we have equities open, see what price wants to do. Very small SMT on the low here. I believe this would be a 1-minute SMT. I personally don't really use 1-minute SMTs, but I believe that this is a 1-minute SMT right here. So off of this 5-minute, if it closes above these highs, you guys could potentially look for an entry. But ideally, what I would want to see in price is all three markets being able to close beyond London high, and then we can look for that continuation higher. So drop down to the 1-minute, and you can see this is a 1-minute SMT, right? So this right here, like this. And over time, like the more you use SMT, you'll just be able to spot this. But I've just seen it so many times. That's how I knew that this would probably be a 1-minute SMT. But once again, what would make me feel the most comfortable in this trade is if all three markets are able to close above London high, invalidating that bearish SMT, and then look for continued higher prices. How early are you looking at the chart and looking for entries? I've been avoiding pre-market trades as of late because I feel like they fail majority of the time for me. So for me personally, I always pay attention to economic news calendar. Whenever we have volatility injection, I start looking for opportunities 30 minutes before the first volatility injection of the day. So today we had 8:30 news, so I started looking at my chart at 8 a.m. But on days that have no news, the only volatility injection you really have is 9:30 equities open. So I'll start looking at my chart at 9 a.m. Sometimes there will be, let's say, 8:45 a.m. News. So I'll get on my chart at 8:15. Or if there's 8:15 a.m. news, then I'll get on at 7:45. So it's always 30 minutes prior. Would you be able to set up your screen to show your active position? I've tried before. It's not super clean, but I'll just screenshot it and post it on the screen here. This is my active position right now. And I'm in this on 2 different accounts right now. So these are the two accounts I'm on right now. They're both the same trade though. It's all the same trade. But if I add it on screen, it's gonna become a clutter. I've tried before, but it becomes a clutter, so I just call it. Not a fan of what YM's doing right now, but if YM's able to continue pushing lower without NASDAQ and ES following, then if it creates another 5-minute SMT here, then you could potentially have a good entry opportunity up here because it's going to be another 5-minute SMT. So off this 5-minute candle closure, I'm going to go ahead and trail my stop loss to this low right here. I just want to see it close above this previous 90-minute range high because it's the swing high. So if it's able to close there, then I'm going to trail my stop here. If not, then I'm just going to leave my stop where it is. So it hasn't closed above it yet, so I'm leaving my stop where it is right now. Haven't trailed yet. Are looking for short terms. I'm in this long right now. Not a big fan of how this PA is developing right now, but once again, I think that if YM's able to continue pushing lower without NASDAQ and ES really starting to fall with it, then we could create another 5-minute SMT on the low here that could give another long entry, which could potentially be a spot where I'm going to add to my position. So if you guys want, you could feel free to take a stab here if we close above these highs. I think that would be a good opportunity. And then your stop loss would be below pretty much this swing low or this order block right here. So give it 1 more minute and then you guys potentially enter here. What is this trade based off of? So on the 90-minute chart, we have this internal range liquidity. She has 0 bottom left. No, I can't do bottom left. Okay. So the trade is off of this internal range liquidity on the 90-minute range, right? Trade into discount, took out this internal range liquidity, and now I'm looking for external range liquidity, which is on the high. So we got 5 seconds for this candle closure here. And so we've closed here. So you guys can feel free to take a long position here. Put your stop loss below this low right here. So if you took this trade, it'd look something like this. This would be what your trade looks like. And then you just be targeting the same thing as me now. I've now trailed my stops into profit personally, but that's going to be your stop loss if you decide to enter your trade here. Actually, I'm just going to leave that black. So my new position, or not new position, but this is what my position's looking like right now. Sorry, let me just screenshot that. This is what my position is looking right now. I've trailed my stop loss to where I just told you guys to put your stop loss if you decide to enter a trade, and then I'm targeting previous day high. All right, let me read the chat. Then what I've been noticing lately is the correlation between gold and NQES. If gold pumps, NQES having a hard time pumping as well. Yeah, that's how the correlation works. Is if money's going into gold, then it's going out of the index futures. So typically, you want to see gold be the inverse of the index futures, but recently, it's kind of all markets have been pumping. So somebody's lying, but we're just gonna trade price action the way it is. My computer froze and restarted. No stop loss, bro. Put a stop loss. What's your win rate been for the last 2 months? Let me check. So according to TopStep, I have a 58% win rate, but on my TradeZella, I have break evens to be any trades within $50 of plus or minus $50. So my win rate in terms of my parameters would be, it is sitting at like 38% right now. It's not great, but my average RR is 3R, 4R. So it's been, I don't know, this past 2 months haven't been the greatest for me personally. I think the price action just hasn't been great for my model, but as long as I'm following the model, that's all that matters to me. Just being consistent. I think these are like slight green months, not crazy, but still pretty decent. Nice, Aaron. But yeah, last year was really good for me though. Last year was really high win rate. This year is it's been okay. I think January, February was actually the best months this year. Yeah, so my P&L for the past 2 months. Actually, I'll just do the month of June. My P&L for the month of June. Right now, I'm up 4R on the month. It's not crazy, but it's not bad. So I'll take it. I've definitely had better. If ES closes above the 90-minute high too, but YM still hasn't broken, does that weaken this long? Yeah, as of right now, I would like to see YM catch up. That's the only thing. But my stops have already been trailed to profit. It really doesn't matter too much anymore at this point. So I'm just going to follow along. Whatever price does, it does. Given how the market's been lately for my model, I'm just glad to be in like a decently expansive move right now. I don't expect any like 20R trades recently. I gotta just execute my model, be as consistent as possible. If it gives me a 20R trade, it gives me a 20R trade. But until then, it's kind of just maybe like plus 1R plus 2R plus 3R, and then minus 1R, minus 2R, minus 1R. And it's just a bunch of like back and forth at break even. How come you're targeting previous day high, not Asia high? So the reason why I'm targeting previous day high is because my higher time frame framework. So the chart I'm really trading is the 90-minute chart. I'm not actually trading the lower time frames. My lower time frames, all it's there for is for me to just have lower time frame confirmation and look for entry for better RR. But the framework is truly on the higher time frames that I use. So that's why it's like we trade into this internal range liquidity down here. So I'm looking for this external range liquidity up here. I'd say my average for every month for this year so far, my average has been around 15, 16. But the past 2 months really brought down that average. Because in the month of January, February, and then I think it was beginning of March. Oh yeah, it was March as well. So January, February, March, first quarter of this year, I was averaging around like 30R per month, 30 to 40, and it's because there's just one or two really good trades per month. Is like, so it'll be like dancing around break even, and then I'll just get a 15R to 20R trade out of nowhere, and that's what bumps it up for the monthly profit, really. But recently, for the past 2 months, I'm kind of just dancing around break even. It's nothing crazy. Yeah, the tariff stuff, I was thriving off of that. But now it's kind of, it's been choppier for sure. But once again, it's just about following your model, just going with the flow. My analysis has still been really good. It's just sometimes really hard to capitalize with the intraday price action. How long you been trading for? How long you been profitable? So I've been trading since July 2022, and I became my first payout. I got it after a year, and I'd say a year and a half. Yeah, so far looking pretty good. But once again, no matter what happens, my stop loss should be protected. Oh dang, what a dump. Was there a news event? What I miss? Only thing I don't like is that gold also trying to pump. Yeah, I mean, I don't really look at gold to be honest. You can tell I don't look at gold because this electronic trading hour thing is still here. Let's see what's going on gold. Do I even want to look at this? SMT at the highs. Oh dang, gold is up there. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't know how to do analysis on this, I'm gonna be honest, and I don't feel like using the energy to. Bitcoin looking good. I haven't done analysis on this either in so long. I put it at a 5-minute low. So the reason why I put my stop loss here is because this is the order block that pushed price higher, right? We swept this liquidity, this short-term low right here, swept it, pushed higher, and this is the order block that it left behind. So I put my trailing stop loss below here. Just don't like the correlation, and lately it's been messing with you. So if it's like messing with you, I would personally just don't pay attention to it if it's messing with you, because typically index futures, just pay attention to index futures. If you're trading gold, then pay attention to gold. I think as you become more experienced, it would be good to pay attention to it, but if it's messing with you, I would just keep it simple. I think there's just so many things going on around the world. I just don't really pay attention to news anymore. I just trade the PA. Do you trade crypto? I just hold it, to be honest. I don't really trade it. I used to, but for me, like I know some people that can trade like multiple markets, but for me, it's been best to just focus on index futures. But for any other market, I usually only like swing it if I really want to take a trade. Yeah, I need to get into that, to be honest. Changing markets when one's not performing. But I feel like I don't know. I don't know cuz I feel like my analysis is always really really accurate. It's just about like whether I can execute on it or not. And I think that's with a lot of traders too, but like I never see the index futures as unclean, quote unquote. I would just say it's a little it's not playing out to my model as I'd like. But I think that's just part of it. It's just letting my edge play out. If we break Asia high, pass by 250k challenge, just need that one push. Yeah, bro, hoping for the best, but just be prepared if it does turn around. Like, what's your plan after that, right? So you just gotta be careful with that mindset as well. Just make sure you're not holding hope. 100% ghost. That's the way to go. All right, let's see what the mentorship's doing.
It is.
What you guys up to?
It was good. We're just talking about video game, and then
Okay.
but then when I translate Brawlhalla to like Street Fighter, the timing is so different. I'm so trash at it, and also the fact that like Street Fighter, you know how there's like the just how the maps are made. It feels so tight because of the back wall, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And I just get destroyed because of that. Like I don't know.
Bro, these scam accounts are really annoying, I can't lie. I just deleted them and they just posted again. Bruh.
Oh, it says my
Posting
stream
and what
quality.
they're doing?
Sorry, what'd you say?
What are they posting and what are they doing? What is?
Oh, they're just posting like links and stuff. It's like scam links in the server.
Yo, I think this is
the
the biggest stream. It's
server.
been exciting.
Wait, which server? On YouTube or on the Discord server?
On Discord.
Oh, I can.
It's my
We
old
can-
Discord. It's like the free community where
Yeah,
anyone
but I
can join.
give you yeah, I can. Weekend I can give you like there's a free bot you can set up. You can for bit every link they send, when they send it, it will automatically be deleted.
Oh, I see. Are you still confident in this trade? I'm watching in drawdown and getting trigger. I'm just hold it for stop loss, to be honest. If you're in this trade, just hold it for stop loss. There's a reason you have a stop loss, right? Like once you're in a trade, there's no reason to do anything based on emotion. Just follow what your plan is. Like right now, yeah, I don't like how price is playing out like with this dip, but it is what it is. I already trailed my stop loss, following my plan. There's nothing else to it. Just wait. Let it play out.
I'm so confused. Can people hear Discord on my stream? Should be able to.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can.
Also, it says my stream health is horrible right now. I don't know what happened. What happened?
All right, that was a good push. That was nice. NYM is closing above that 5-minute. Or the 90-minute highs. I guess.
Used to have few funded accounts, Tops Up X, decided to try out Trade Evade with Apex. The trailing drawdown is annoying, but being able to try directly. Yeah, 100%. Hey, congratulations, Ghost. Good stuff. You see, Aaron, if you exited down here, how would you feel right now? You exit and drawdown, and then it pushes. So, I guess that's a question you gotta ask yourself. And you just got you asked the question, and you literally got to answer for it right away. So if we get a closure above this swing high, then I'm going to go ahead and trail to this 10 a.m. candle low. No, it's not about... It's not doubting me. Like, I get it. Because when you're holding a trade, it's just hard. And I've been there. But I just want to put it into something that you can turn into an experience. So that you take it to heart. You know what I mean? Because if I just told you, I'm sure everyone... If you ask anyone, they'll be like, oh, I just hold and follow your plan. But you won't truly understand like what that means until you experience it for yourself. See what this candle wants to do here in 5 seconds. So since we didn't get a close above the swing high yet, I'm going to leave my stop loss where it is. This next 5-minute candle, at this point, like with this price action, I'd like to see price continue to push higher because I want YM to reach that London high. If YM's able to have strength, it should give NASDAQ ES strength as well. From my experience. So that's pretty much what I'm paying attention to right now. But given how we didn't close above the swing high yet, I'm going to leave my trailing stop here. If price does close above the swing high, then I'll trail up to the 10 a.m. candle. Past 2 weeks were stressful. Gonna start the next one. Managed to get some nice, good stuff. I have PTSD with Apex because I used a trade copier I don't know if you guys were around for this, but I had a trade copier back in like 2024, September, October, around there, and my accounts just full ported themselves for some reason when I was away from my desk. I came back to like just all 20 accounts were blown. I was like, bruh. So now I just stick with TopStep X because it has the built-in trade copier. Until there's like a reliable trade copier out there, I'm just kind of sticking with TopStep, and then I have the My Fund of Futures accounts just sitting there. So right now we're trading into these equal highs. So I'm keeping my eyes on here. And the reason why is if we are truly bullish past buy side liquidity, you want to see pretty aggressive push through it. So we'll see if we can push through this buy side liquidity or not. If not, you guys, actually no, honestly, I wouldn't even trim here because you guys entered around here. So you'd be like 1 R in profit around there. Yeah, 100%. I think that's the advantage of having multiple screens. Or if you have your phone, you can do TopStep X on your phone, execute on your phone, and do analysis on your computer. It's got 40 more seconds here. It's looking like it's going to be a trail, to be honest. But I'm not going to prematurely do it just to showcase to you guys being patient. So now we've taken out these equal highs. We'll see if we can continue to push through this high and use it as a support level now. So given this candle closure, I'm going to be trailing my stop loss to the 10 a.m. candle low now, right? Yep, so far looking pretty good. I like how YM's playing out here. Ideally, Past this point, we've closed past the 90-minute high. I'd like to see why I'm continue to push higher and close above this previous session high, and then that'll make me the most comfortable in this trade. So just to update you guys, this is my current stop loss position. Right here. Right. So I just trailed to that 10 a.m. candle low. The actual trigger was just a change in state delivery, 5-minute. So once price just closed above this down close candle, change state delivery, I entered. Very, very simple. I just like to use change state delivery as a confirmation because it just gets me involved in the move. I don't really care about like the best RR and stuff like that. I just want to be a part of this move. Yeah, you could also look at the inversion fair value gap. Let me see which one. I guess this would be the inversion fair value gap right here. Also this one down here. Once again, like if I use this inversion fair value gap though instead of a change state delivery, I'm pretty sure. Actually, yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, this would also be a inversion. Yeah, inversion fair value gap. You can say that too. And then there's the time element too, right? Waiting for PPI to play out first. Because if you entered on this change state delivery or this inversion fair value gap, you would have been wicked out here for sure. Unless you put your stop loss below the swing low. Yeah, IFVG is also one of my entry triggers too. I just choose to use change state delivery majority of the time. So for me, it's change state delivery, inversion fair value gap, or true market structure shift. Those are the 3 entries that I can use. Change state delivery is the lowest probability, but it happens most often. Inversion will give me a medium probability with medium opportunity. And then true market structure shift is what gives me the highest probability, but it doesn't happen as often and it gives less RR. So that's why I use change state delivery. Change state delivery validation of an order block close above a down close candle. Yes. It's basically engulfing candle. If you want to put it into like a candlestick pattern, it's just engulfing candle. Use it to confirm. No, SMT confirms the change in state delivery for me. So whenever it comes to any sort of PD array or anything, SMT is what validates it. But yeah, I guess you could put it that way. Change state delivery confirming an SMT, but typically it's going to be SMT confirms anything else that I use. Yeah. So my priority is, number one priority is always narrative. Number two priority is SMT. And then anything after that is just confirmed by narrative and SMT for me. Yep, 100% goes. I think we're pretty much talking about the same thing though, Ghost. It's like one confirms the other. It's like if there's a change state delivery without a SMT, then I don't use it. If there's a SMT without a change state delivery, then I also don't use it. So it's just waiting for one or the other to confirm each other. But always top priority is narrative. That is always top priority. Appreciate you giving time to answer all the questions. It's hard to find answers to really specific questions. I mean, I offer a mentorship, but these YouTube streams are basically a mentorship at this point. I just answer your questions, just chill. But yeah, I just try to provide as much free value as possible. I'll try to start posting more on YouTube. I just gotta think of some content ideas. I have a video in the making. But yeah, that's the plan. How much back testing is enough? Honestly, it's very personal, in my opinion. I know traders that are successful without back testing at all. So But I think a study journal is important. Like going back in your chart using hindsight and looking for the specific concepts you're looking for. So you know how it should form, how it shouldn't form. And just looking through every example and studying it. And then that's the only way you'll be able to start anticipating whatever you're studying, right? You trade prop firm or your own capital? I do both. Yeah, of course. That's why I'm here. I'm just here to answer questions. I think when it comes to backtesting, it has to be very, very intentional what you're backtesting, because otherwise it's really easy to just drain yourself and then lose sight of what you were initially trying to backtest. Yeah, exactly. Great way to put it, self-mastery. It's just like learning anything in life, even like for example, driving. Like you have to learn, what does green light mean? What does yellow light mean? What does red light mean? What does a flashing red light mean? What do the different road signs mean? Right? So you have to know all these things beforehand. Of course, you could learn it on the fly, but I don't know how well that would go. Do you feel a difference when trading your own capital? I think the difference is honestly not really, but I think it's like the pressure. Actually, no. I think it's just the outcome difference. It's like knowing in a personal account, like if I make this money today, I can just withdraw it today. And that's like the only thing. It's like greed. And then I know other people, they have like the fear of losing their own money. So it just depends where you're at. And once again, it's like as you develop as a trader, all you're really doing is learning how to manage your emotions better every day. There's always going to be emotion. It's just about how you, it's just how about how do you manage it, right? And that's why I think trading is so personal. Like I can teach you guys all the concepts and everything, but the true mentorship is when it comes down to like helping you navigate managing your emotions and stuff like that. Because everyone struggles with different things. Like, are you able to stick to the model's rules? Because if you're not, then that just shows to me you're not serious about trading. And then when you are following the rules, like what emotions are getting to you now? Is it fear, greed? And then managing emotions based on that. And then once again, everyone's really it's really personal. So for me, it's like when I feel FOMO and stuff like that, I just have to step away from my computer. I can't sit around. Like sometimes I end stream early because I'm like, guys, I'm feeling a little bit of FOMO. I just gotta hop off. 100% ghost. I don't know if it's me or most people. I don't know if it's me or are most of the models people talk about just entry models. Yeah, majority of the time people just talk about entry models. I think it's because that attract eyes, right? Like if I could sit here and be like, oh, we're focusing on narrative today. How many people would actually be interested in that versus, oh, there's this new entry technique that gets you like 50 RR, right? Which one attracts more attention? So it's all just like marketing at the end of the day too. One thing I'm really working on is holding the TP. Sometimes I exit like 10 to 15 points before. So when it comes to that, what helped me the most, I used to also struggle with that, right? Holding your winners. But it's just setting, for me, I've set a pretty mechanical way of trailing my stop losses. So I just trail it. Like right now, I could round trip all of this profit, but I would still be happy with this trade because I followed my rules. It doesn't matter. Right? So it's just having a clear set of criteria for your trade management is just as important as your the model that got you into the trade. Thanks, Plan. Appreciate it. I get around it now, but never closing manually. Let it either hit stop loss or TP no matter what. It's funny, sometimes I exit 15 points before and it completely round trips, then it reinforces that behavior. Yeah, that's 100. It's like if you gamble and you win, then you gotta ask yourself, even though you won off of a gambling trade or just like a gamble, does that mean it's going to be a good thing in the long term, right? Because the only thing that gives you consistency is something that is repeatable. So long term, are you able to journal this over and over and over and over again? Because if you're not, then it's not consistent, or it's really hard to be consistent. There's always going to be a common factor of something. Even if you're a discretionary trader, there's always a common factor of something that influences your decision, and you have to figure out what that is so you can continuously do it long term. When the price hits a major draw in liquidity, I have no idea what to do. I get so confused. Usually when it hits a major draw in liquidity, you'll see consolidation, but if you have no idea what to do, then that's exactly what to do. Nothing, right? Because you have no idea what to do. Wait until it's clear, and then you have something to do again. That's just part of trading. You have to wait until it's clear to you, and then you take that. Yeah, that's a good way of looking at it too, Aaron. But once again, just have a systematic way of following your trade management is always going to be a lot easier for the emotions, because you know, like, there's no gray area. It's either white or black, or black and white. It's either you're following your rules or you're not following your rules. So that's why it's great to have that system in place. Where's Casper SMC? He's in his mentorship right now streaming. Yeah, 100% ghost. That's what helped me stop over trading. At some point, you just gotta look at, like, take a hard look in the mirror and be like, if I want to take this career, if I want to take this career seriously, you gotta start having something, a system or something, because otherwise you're just gambling at that point. Like, you want to turn into a career that's consistent. You don't even have a consistent system to follow, so how are you gonna do that? What's your business plan? What's the best way to trail stop loss? There is no best way, but what I personally do is I like to trail market structure and order blocks. Market structure, order blocks, and fair value gaps. That's how I like to trail. So there's no down close. Okay. Exactly. Go like that's something that forces you to look at yourself, right? It's like, today I made $500, but only because I moved my stop to negative 1,000 when it started reversing and got lucky. So over here, if we close above this swing high, once again, I'll go ahead and trail my stop loss up here because this swing low respected this fair value gap and is pushing higher. So I'll give it around 50 seconds here if it's able to close above the swing high. I'm not going to be taking partials. I either get stopped at trailing stop or I'm going to be riding it all the way up. I'm a beginner and have been trying to be consistent and have problem with reading market structure, especially on the higher time frame. I think that's something we're gonna have to cover in a separate live stream right now, managing the trade. So maybe after when I have time. Can one trade profitably using just the time-based liquidity setup as explained by Casper without higher time frame narrative? He does it every day in the mentorship. He literally live streams and calls price every single day in the mentorship using just that strategy. So to answer your question, yes. So I'm trailing my stop loss up to this low now because we've respected this fair value gap, pushed higher past this previous 90-minute high, and also past this swing high. So now I'm trailing up to here. So now this is what my position's looking like. Right here, trailed up to that swing low. And then previous day high is my target. JCap's intuition is another level. We can't learn that, so she tried putting it. Yeah, it's about having something. It's about like understanding something really well, right? I think JCap, what he does power of 3, so he understands power of 3 really well. That helps him adapt to the market. For me, what I understand really well is market structure and dealing ranges, so I use that to my advantage. If we trade it down here, then we're looking for higher prices. If JCap were to trade this today, he'd probably be looking at a power of 3 of some sort of candle sweep of these lows and looking for higher prices. So it's about mastering 1 or 2 concepts that really resonate with you, and then over time, as you gain more experience with those 1 or 2 concepts, that's where the intuition comes in. But you're always following some sort of framework. Does that make sense? Do you go to uni or you've always done this full time? I went to university for like half a semester. I was studying to become a pilot, but then I just dropped out and then I ended up just doing this full time. What made you conclude that price was going to expand? I saw the daily wick, which was very large, and I assumed that price would not expand as it has. Nothing told me that it was going to expand explicitly. I just followed my framework and that's it, right? My framework told me we swept this sell side liquidity. If we're truly bullish within a bullish range, right? Sell side liquidity, order pairing, looking for expansive higher prices. That's pretty much it. So that's my framework. I just follow my framework. I didn't expect it to just push higher, but just following my model, it happened and it's giving it to me right now. So I'll take it. Right, but that's the only way you'll find that consistency is I'm following my system every single day. Yesterday it stopped me out before the big drop. It sucks. Today it didn't stop me out, it just kept going. So whatever the market wants to give me, it'll give me, by God willing, right? Where are you getting these beats from? I just go on YouTube, search no copyright lo-fi, and that's what I put on. Pilot school is cool. You could probably afford to get a private license. Yeah, that's what I was planning, is if I really wanted to fly, I would just go for a private license instead. So, but low-key, I don't know. I don't know if I want to fly. I think it'd be cool, but I don't really see the need for it. I was on SCB stream yesterday. When you have the chance, could you explain yesterday's trades? So yesterday I took a short. I'll show you guys the framework yesterday. I have you can rewatch the live stream. It's on my YouTube. You can rewatch if you want. But just TLDR. Yesterday we took out external range liquidity on the highs over here on all 3 markets, right? On the daily chart, we traded into a daily fair value gap over here. Trade into this daily fair value gap. So because we took out external range liquidity, daily fair value gap, I was looking for shorts into these equal lows right here as internal range liquidity. So at around 10, I believe, there was an entry for me, which was this one right here. Let me look for it. It was this one right here. So at the time, because I was looking for shorts based on that framework, over here there's a 5-minute SMT with ES, because at the time it didn't close above the 90-minute high yet. So I looked at that as an SMT. Once this candle at 10:45 closed, I entered stop loss above that candle, and then I got taken out, but I was targeting this internal range low. I got taken out, and then it just went without me afterwards. So I was like, okay, it is what it is though. And that's why I'm saying, like, you just have to trust your model, long-term consistent. Like yesterday I could have revenge traded. I would be like, oh my gosh, how could price do this without me? But at the end of the day, I'm just following my system. Sometimes market, and that's why I say sometimes the market gives it to me, sometimes it doesn't give it to me. Today it just happened to be giving it to me, so I'll take it, right? But it's about having that consistent system to follow that allows you to capitalize on these kind of moves. With the ranges, do you need SMT? I need lower time frame SMT within the ranges to confirm the directional change. If you have an SMT with the range itself, then that's where I expect to reverse or anticipate reversals. Either would you suggest going for personal account because prop firm kind of puts pressure on you during drawdown? No, I would just do prop firm until you've proven to yourself you can consistently withdraw profits. Take those profits from a prop firm account and then fund your personal account. I've made a mistake of jumping the gun too early, and then I would end up just blowing it up because of emotions. I'd be like, I don't need these prop firm rules. I'm just gonna trade a personal, and then that's what I did. And then I just blew up my personal a few times when I first started personal accounts, and I was like, okay, I think this is not it. And then it's about funneling your profits from prop firm to your personal. You've proven to yourself that you deserve that personal account, and then now you trade that personal account. Because if you can't be profitable with the prop, I don't think it'll be very profitable with a personal either. You're given a lot of freedom on a personal account, but that freedom it's a gift and a curse at the same time. I was long yesterday and then shit myself when took the short. You realize how much a micro really is when you trade your personal. Yeah, for real. Yeah, I was actually having a conversation with Elijah like a while back, and I was telling him, like, people put so much weight on their personal account, but in reality, your prop firm is what you should be putting your focus on, because if you have a small account, your prop firm account is what actually gives you that leverage you're looking for. Right? Like right now I'm risking $200 per trade times 5 accounts. That's $1,000 per trade. Right? But on my personal account, if I just started like a $5,000 account, personal account, for example, I'm only risking like $250 per trade, but that's only one account. Or even if I risk $500 per trade, I'm still only risking $500 per trade, right? So put it into that perspective of leverage. And that's why prop firms are so good, because it offers you that leverage for low entry barrier. Trash PA today. I mean, I think it's okay. It's not the worst. I've seen worse for sure. But once again, it just depends on your model, right? Some people will say trash PA because their model didn't play out very well today. Some other people, they have a really, like, their model play out today. But it just alternates, right? It's trash PA for model, X model, Y model. But it's good PA for A model, B model. Hey, we hit 21,000 subscribers. Let's go. I do like a smaller community though. It's nice just being able to chat with everyone, actually go through everyone's questions. Because I think if we hit like 500 viewers, for example, it's like the chat's gonna be a little too fast for me to answer everything. I'm gonna have to start making short videos and linking everyone to them. Do a giveaway. I feel like giveaways attract the wrong kind of viewers. If you were to start today, what would you mainly focus on? Honestly, I just focus on market structure and SMT. Focus on those two things. Market structure just to understand how markets typically move, and then after that, just SMT to confirm the move. Free Lambo as a giveaway is crazy. I don't even have a Lambo, guys. Nah, if I got one, I'd probably make it cream colored. Just like my chart background. Yeah, all had the same one, all renting from the same company. Do you use PD array SMTs? No, I don't. I think what I'd be paying attention to right now is this fair value gap because it has the previous 90-minute range high within it. So I'd like to see the support price. Of course, my trailing stop loss is right here, but that's kind of what my brain is telling me right now. What about if one index touches a fair value gap but the other doesn't? The only thing I pay attention to when that happens is there a lower time from SMT within there that's occurring? Otherwise, I don't really pay attention to it. So once again, same thing. If we get a closure above this swing high right here, then I'm going to trail my stop to the 1055 high. But until that happens, my trailing stop is going to stay here. Cream on the Lambo doesn't look appealing. I'll have to do some research, but that's when I buy a Lambo. We'll see. How to draw the dynamic highs and lows. IP previous 90. So previous 90 is basically you go to the 90-minute chart and you just mark out the previous 90-minute candles high and low. So it would be this high and this low. That's what I'm paying attention to. And this would constitute to a 5-minute SMT, the previous 90-minute range. So give it 40 seconds here. I'm pretty sure we're going to be trailing here once again, just with this displacement higher. Just give it 5 more seconds here, and then we can probably trail. So I'm going to go ahead and trail to this low right here. So this is what my position's looking like right now. To this swing low that I just trailed on stream, this swing low right here. How many funded do you have, if you don't mind me asking? Right now I have 8. I only trade 5 of them though. You use the 90-minute candle itself, or do you go on the 90-minute chart to find the range? You can use the 90-minute candle, like the 90-minute chart to do it. I personally have an indicator. I unfortunately cannot share it with you guys because it's a private indicator, but if you go to the 90-minute chart and just mark it out, it's exactly what you're going to see on my chart here. This would be, what time is this? 10:55. No, I just don't trade the other 3. So I have 3 with my funded futures. I don't trade it because I don't have a trade copier that trades between X platform and Trade-of-8. And it's just really annoying when I try to execute between multiple. Can't join your Discord. Show the link is expired. Oh, I'll have to post a new link. I'm sorry. I don't actually. I think you guys should, if anything, you guys should follow me on Twitter, because the Discord, that one's pretty inactive, to be honest. So you guys just follow me on Twitter, and then you'll have all the updates there instead. Is my Twitter link in the description below or no? Just make sure. Oh yeah, it is. Okay, great. Yeah, so just follow my Twitter there. I think I'm probably gonna delete the Discord just because there's so many scammers in there. It's really annoying. The link isn't working for my Twitter either. Okay. I have to do some updates with my links. I'm not sure why it's not working, but if you want it, I'll post it in chat. Here's my Twitter. Oh, I see where I went wrong. It's my old tag. Okay, I will have that updated for you guys. I'm probably gonna head out pretty soon here. Granted, this trade is still running, so I guess I'll watch it for maybe until 11:30, and then I'm probably gonna head out because I gotta go to the gym. Long day. Yeah, 11 a.m. candle doesn't have wick, but I'm just following my model. Just trailing as it goes. If I get taken out here, I honestly don't mind. I want to go to the gym. Does TopStep X have a mobile app? They don't, but you can just go on the browser and then it works on mobile. That's what I usually do. It's like if I'm not streaming, then I'll just manage my trade on my phone. But right now I'm streaming, so I might as well just sit here for you guys because you guys are managing your trade based on my management. So I'm pretty sure I just have to sit here for you guys. What's your method of trailing stop loss? I usually pay attention to fair value gaps, order blocks, and then wait for break of structure. And I just trail to the order block or the fair value gap. All right, so that's my stop. Not bad at all. I think I'm up 2R for today. Pretty happy with it. Okay, so on that note, I will be heading out here. Mitigation block or no, I just trail like order blocks and fair value gaps. I don't really pay attention to mitigation block too much. Break of structure is basically when the market, if the market's going higher, then you're looking for a higher high. If it puts in a higher high, then I'll trail it to the previous higher low. That is like an order block or a fair value gap. Okay, but on that note, type 1 if you're satisfied with the stream. As always, type 2 if you're not and you have questions. Then I'll just stick around, answer some questions. But other than that, I'm probably going to head out here. So I'll give you guys a minute to type it out. Okay. All right. Let's see. Show example of trailing stop loss. So this entire stream, we've been trailing the stop loss. So the reason why I trailed to this low initially, right? So I trailed to this low initially because we closed above this swing high on this candle right here. The 940 candle closed above the swing high, the lowest order block that swept out this liquidity and respected this fair value gap. So I decided to trail here. So the next time I trailed, I'm looking for another breaker structure, which is a higher high. Here you can see at 1010, we closed above this swing high, and this is the lowest order block right here. So I trailed to that order block. Looking for the next swing point right here. Closed above that swing point, 1035, it closed above it. So this fair value gap got respected right here, right? This got respected, so I trailed my stop loss to this swing low right here. And then same thing, this swing high, we closed above it at 11 a.m. And so this is the lowest order block or fair value gap that got respected. And then I trailed my stop there, and that's how I got stopped out now. So very, very systematic way of trailing my stop loss. Does that make sense? Glad to hear it, Aaron. Does that make sense? Yeah? Okay, great. Alright, so on that note, thank you all for joining the stream. It was a little bit of a lengthy one, but it was pretty good. So, I'll catch you guys next week, Tuesday to Thursday. Alright, take care, everyone.